I've been trading for a little bit over a year, so I know exactly how it feels to be a new guy, starting out with trading, having all of this information thrown at you, and you have no idea where to start. So I'm making this video to help people coming into 2024 know exactly what to do, so you're not wasting your time doing signals, trying to find a get rich quick scheme, because that doesn't work. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get from point A to point B and actually start learning how to trade. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 important tips to actually get from point A to point B and actually start seeing results in trading. And before I do, make sure if you enjoy the video and you learn something from it, which I know you guys will, because this is going to be a beautiful video, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. And now let's get into the first point, which is to have a good strategy. And the reason I want to address this point first is because I want to make it clear to you guys that trading SMC or ICT or retail is not a strategy. That's just a concept. It's a very, very broad concept which you guys need to refine down into a strategy. And people don't often know how to do that. People often think that, oh, I can just trade every single supply in the market, every liquidity sweep. That's not a strategy, guys. You have to have set criteria, a set of rules, right? 1 rule, 2 rules, 3 rules, 4 rules that you have to see before you take the trade. I get so many messages all of the time from people saying to me, oh, I trade SMC exactly the same as you. You don't trade the same as me. You don't know my strategy. You don't know my criteria. You don't know what I look for every single day to take a trade. So you don't trade the same as me and you don't have the same strategy as me. Yeah, you might trade SMC, and likewise I trade SMC, but we don't have the same strategy. We trade the same concept, but that's not a strategy. So what you have to do if you're a beginner trader is, like I said, refine it down into a small selection of criteria, and that is going to make up your strategy. And now the second question is, how do you actually refine this down into having a strategy? And the only answer is you have to have a good understanding of everything in SMC before you can actually start to put down a strategy together. And the best way to do this is exactly what I did, and that leads on to point number 2, and it's to stop trying to find an easy way out to learn how to trade and just get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a really good mentor who has experience in trading, and that is going to be literally what changes your life forever and what actually makes you profitable. So yeah, guys, point number 2 is to get yourself a mentor. People don't want to do the hard work. People don't want to invest in a mentor, and people often think that it's easy enough to just go and learn how to trade on YouTube for free. Yes, it's possible to do that, but it's extremely, extremely difficult. YouTube has so much information that you don't know who to trust. And if you often trust one guy, you might trust another guy, but then those confluences and the strategies, they clash with each other. And now you're confused about who to trust, and you're combining different strategies from one YouTuber, from another YouTuber. And that is going to mess you up massively. And then in the long run, you're going to be even more confused than if you just literally learn from one person and learn exactly like him, and then you're going to have a way better strategy instead of trying to learn from multiple different YouTubers at the same time, because that's not what you want to do. Like I said, you want to have one guy, one mentor, one trader who's been through everything you've been through, who's going to help you throughout the entire process. And that is tip number 2. Have a good mentor. And having a mentor is literally exactly what I did. I started trading a year ago. I started trading in November 2022. I signed up to my first mentorship, and that mentorship called Woke FX is exactly why I'm here now. It's because I just cut out all, I can't swear, but I cut out all of the bad stuff from trading, and I just decided to just lock in, get myself a mentor. And that's exactly what I did to get to where I'm at now, as a full-time trader who's funded with 6 figures, and all because I had a mentor teach me exactly what I need to know about trading. And mentors and course sellers have such a bad reputation, I feel like, because people don't want to pay thousands for a course. People don't want to actually invest in themselves anymore. And the reason why is because social media is so good at telling you, oh, you can get rich quick overnight from literally investing £20 into my signals. It's not possible, guys. That is never going to make you rich. It's not going to make you rich. And the reason I'm so emotional about this is because I did it myself. I tried to learn from signals and it doesn't work. You can't learn from signals, and you definitely can't learn from investing as little as £20 and thinking you're going to become rich from copying this guy's trades and passing your funded accounts with his signals. It's just not how it works. Let me ask you guys this. If somebody was as good as a trader as they claim as they are, why would they sell their service for £20 a month? It's like OnlyFans girls selling themselves for for a tenner a month. But I know you guys get where I'm coming from. If you want the best of the best information, you have to learn from the best, and the best is not going to be selling themselves and selling the hard-earned education for £20 a month from Signals. They're going to be selling a very, very valuable course, and that course is what will eventually make you profitable. Not by copying someone's Signals, not by trying to get rich quick overnight, because guys, that doesn't work. You have to have a mentor, and you have to actually invest in yourself if you want to see results in the long run. And I often get asked a lot as well, why don't I just do Signals? And the reason why is because I actually care about the people I'm mentoring. I want them to succeed, and I know that if I was just to give out Signals, they're not going to learn anything from it, and they're just going to lose money, right? Simple as that. So if you guys can learn one thing from this video, it's not to trust people that are giving you Signals, because they literally couldn't care less about you. They want to literally just take your money, get the £20 a month from the 1,000 people that are paying them, and then they're going to send you Signals that don't work, and you're going to lose money, right? What you need to do is get a mentor. And I know I said this 1,000 times, but it's because it's literally what you need to do. So hopefully I've got my point across to you guys, and I can move on to point number 3 now. And point number 3 is to have a good morning routine, especially if you're trading London session. If you're trading London session, you don't want to go into the markets having just woken up, right? Let's imagine, for example, you wake up at 8 o'clock and you're on the charts for 2 minutes past 8. You're not going to have a good understanding of what the day's done. You're not going to have done your chart analysis, and you might literally just go into the charts and take a trade straight away. And that is not what you want to do. You want to make sure that you wake up at least an hour before you start looking for trades. And if you can wake up an hour before, it gives you time to take a shower, brush your teeth, have breakfast, all of the stuff you need to do in the morning, you can get done. And then you can spend at least 15 minutes analyzing the charts before London session opens at 8 AM and you look to take a trade. It's a very small thing doing this, but people just don't take it seriously enough, and that's why they don't start to see results quicker. You have to take trading seriously, treat it like a business. And if you were going to work in the morning, you wouldn't wake up 1 minute before you go to work. You'd wake up an hour, 2 hours before you go to work, get dressed, get changed, have a shower. Take it seriously, because trading is literally a job. This can be your real life career. This could be how you make money for the rest of your life. But it's not going to happen if you treat it like something you don't care about. If you wake up 1 minute before you start trading, you're never going to actually take it seriously enough to see results. So that is tip number 3. And a good way you can wake up earlier is, just set your alarm, but make sure that you've got a routine that you practice every single day. And eventually, when you're practicing it every day, then that's going to become your normal routine, and you're just going to be able to do this every day without needing to even set an alarm in the first place, because it's going to become so ingrained in your mind that, for example, you need to wake up at 6:30, read for 30 minutes, have a shower, have breakfast, go into the charts at 7:30, do your analysis for half an hour, take your trade at 8 AM to 10 AM. And when you do that routine over and over again, you're going to have a really good trading routine. It's going to put you into the spirit of trading every morning, taking it seriously like a job. And that is what is going to make you profitable. And now tip number 4 is to actually practice your strategy. Once you've gone through the process of maybe getting a mentor, learning a good strategy, having a step-by-step criteria of what you need to see before you enter a trade, now the most important thing is you practice the strategy. And you can do this in a few different ways. The first way is backtesting. Backtesting is basically when you look at previous chart data. You can do this on TradingView replay mode, or you can do this on FX replay. Both of those will be on the screen right now. And now the great thing about these two companies is they allow you to literally go back for days and days, weeks and months, and look at previous data and trade it like you're trading the real markets, right? You can press play, you can look for the strategy, you can make sure that you're trading exactly how you would if you're trading on the real life markets. And when you can do that for all of the previous data, let's say you backtest for 2 years, 3 years, you're going to have a 3-year spreadsheet filled with information about your strategy, the win rate, the strike rate, how much the RR normally is, so the risk to reward, your average risk to reward, All of that stuff will be given to you when you do backtesting, and that's going to help you understand the strategy. That's the first thing, and it's going to make you more confident in the strategy, so that when you actually go onto the markets and trade on a live account, then you're going to know exactly what you're looking for, because you've backtested for 2, 3, 1 year worth of data, and you are way more confident in the strategy than if you just, learn it and go into the chart straight away without actually practicing the strategy. And now backtesting is just one thing that you can do to practice, but you can also do something that's called forward testing. Forward testing is when you go onto the charts every day in the morning on the live markets, but you don't actually take the trades, you just literally mark them out and you let them run, and you see if your strategy would have played out. And then after you've done some forward testing for maybe a month or two, now you can actually start to trade on a demo account. And now on a demo account, what you've done already is you've done years of backtesting. You've done forward testing for a month or two. And now when you go into a demo account, you're going to know exactly what you're looking for. And demo accounts are just good to familiarize yourself with using the correct lot sizes for the account. And then you can practice on a demo account for maybe a month before you go and actually try and pass the challenge. And this is the most important thing. When you go and pass the challenge, you haven't just come fresh from learning the strategy, going straight into a challenge. You've done the strategy, you've done the back testing, you've done the forward testing, you've done the demo trading, and now going for the actual challenge is going to be 10 times easier, 100 times easier, because you've done all of this practice beforehand, and all of that practice is going to make it way easier for you to actually use the strategy in real time on trading, on TradingView. So that's tip number 4, I believe, is to literally just start practicing and backtesting your strategy. And now last but definitely not least, tip number 5 is to journal every single trade that you take. Every single trade. So not just the winners, but journal the losers, journal the break-evens, journal the trades that you didn't even want to take but you let your emotions get the better of you. Journal every single trade. Because what this means is you're going to be able to look back at your data. So for example, let's say I'm making this video in December. When it comes January, or when it comes to the end of December, I'm going to be able to look back at my journaling for all of December, and I'm going to be able to look back at every single trade I took and see if I had a good December, if I was sticking to my rules, if I took any trades that I shouldn't have, and how I can improve coming into 2024 for January. And that's the joy of journaling. You can look back at all of your trades and actually see if you're improving or not. Now, a good thing about journaling, just for one example, is let's say you find yourself taking too many trades on Monday, but you see that Monday is always a losing day for you. You can look at your journaling and you can say to yourself, you know what, I'm losing every time on Monday. Why don't I just take Monday off? So journaling is amazing because it can actually improve your strategy, because you're going to be able to catch up on things and see things that you wouldn't have seen before. So having all of that information there to you on your journal is amazing, because it's going to help you improve your strategy and look back on your data and see if you're actually doing well and sticking to your rule. And now, Sal, how do I actually learn how to journal? How do I actually find out a good place to journal my trades? Guys, the best thing to do is to use Notion. Notion will be on the screen somewhere there. And Notion is amazing because Notion allows you to put in all of your screenshots, write your analysis of the trade, but like underneath the screenshot, write how you're feeling about your emotions, the psychology in the trade, the entry type. All of that stuff can be literally put into Notion, and Notion is free. Notion is completely free, there's no cost to it, and it's literally an amazing place to journal your trades. Most profitable traders use Notion, and it is very, very good. So Notion will be on the screen. I'll link it in the description as well. And definitely start journaling with Notion if you aren't doing that already. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the video done. If you did enjoy it, make sure to go and smash that like button and make sure to take everything that I said seriously, right? Go into 2024 saying to yourself that this is going to be my year that I actually start to see results. Stop waiting for some magic thing to happen to you without you having to put in any effort. You need to put in effort. You need to start taking trading seriously and learning from a good mentor, having a strategy, improving your morning routine, backtesting, journaling. All of those 5 things will be detrimental to actually seeing success in trading. So make sure you guys do it. Make sure you take it seriously. And if you guys want any tips or any extra help, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. I'm always open to helping people out for free. Send me a message, it'll be on the screen right there. And that being said, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace.